Here's your news for August 25th, 2020. And your headlines for today include: Vince McMahon tears up Raw script. Many Raw segments changed. What does Vince McMahon think about Dominik Mysterio's WWE SummerSlam debut? Roman Reigns is already getting a title shot, confirmed for next week's Smackdown Live. New matches for Payback set. WWE fans did the unthinkable during Raw tonight. Renee Young officially wipes WWE name from social media. What is the clause attached to her departure? A big name to debut for AEW. Randy Orton buries Roman Reigns online, but why? Alexa Bliss is not happy about being left off WWE SummerSlam. Severely heated exchange between The Miz and Big E, both go off script. WWE fans furious over the changes seen during Keith Lee's WWE Raw debut, and more. We are kicking off with news from Raw as it was chaos as usual backstage this week. PW Insider is reporting that the entire show script was ripped up around 7:30 p.m. Eastern, about the same time that Vince McMahon showed up, and that the boss changed just about everything about the show. By the time Raw aired, some segments still needed to be worked on, as a lot of what was originally planned in hours 2 and 3 were scrapped completely. This has become a worrying trend in WWE this year, as McMahon remains the ultimate decider for everything in WWE. Whilst McMahon wasn't a fan of Raw's script this week, one person he is a fan of is Dominik Mysterio. After his singles debut at SummerSlam losing to Seth Rollins, McMahon was, quote, super impressed with Dominik, and this sentiment extended past the chairman. A source from WWE Creative added that everyone was impressed, and this is a very good sign for Dominik, who has apparently signed a superstar contract along with his SummerSlam match. There could be plans for Dominik to don the name Prince Mysterio, as Ray copyrighted the name, and a crown can be spotted on Dominik's attire, and though we don't know for sure what the next part of his career will be, he's got the entire WWE on his side. We are looking ahead to Payback next, as another title match will soon be made official. Following The Fiend's Universal title win and the return of Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, it's been confirmed that Smackdown will feature a contract signing confirming a triple threat title match between Bray Wyatt, Reigns, and the former champion Braun Strowman. This isn't the only match confirmed for this Sunday, as after being at odds in Raw Underground, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax will put their differences aside to challenge for the Golden Role Models Women's Tag Team titles. In addition, Apollo Crews will defend the US title against Bobby Lashley, and with Randy Orton taking on Raw's newest signing, Keith Lee, there will be plenty to see this Sunday. We've got more Roman Reigns news, as his return was something that almost everyone, even those backstage, didn't see coming. It wasn't until minutes prior to SummerSlam's main event that word got round that Roman was backstage, and whilst the company has a lot of options for him now, they won't be recycling their plans from WrestleMania 36 despite previous reports, and it's been added that Roman's return was for shock value and clearly worked. It was also mentioned that McMahon and Reigns were very excited about his SummerSlam return and are also very happy about what's to come. It'll be interesting to see what Roman does this Friday on SmackDown, as though rumors of him leading Retribution are false, the big dog has made his plans to be Universal Champion crystal clear. We are entering the WWE Thunderdome next, as fans have again used the platform to put something on screen that WWE doesn't want. During Drew McIntyre's opening promo on Raw, one fan used their seat to project an image of Chris Benoit on Raw, which was quickly pulled from the show, but not before fans were able to screenshot the image. This comes just one day after a fan used their SummerSlam seat to say WWE should fire Velveteen Dream from NXT, and they were promptly banned from the Thunderdome, which we expect was the same fate as the person who shared Benoit. Given the Benoit family tragedy, WWE have blackballed the former world champion from being used on TV ever again, and though you can watch his matches on the network, fans should never, ever expect to see any reference to him by WWE on their broadcasts. This wasn't the only instance of a fan using the Thunderdome improperly, as at the end of Raw, some fans saw what appeared to be an image from a KKK rally on the screen. Dressed in white robes infamous with the group, they too were promptly kicked from the broadcast, but not before fans spotted the image. For any viewers who don't know, the KKK are a hate group that targets minorities, with most of their hate being at African Americans, and often sought to keep what they describe as white power through highly violent acts. It's frustrating that some fans are using the Thunderdome to cause problems, and we don't know what the company will do if this kind of behavior continues. We are taking a step outside WWE now as Renee Young is officially no more. On social media, Renee got rid of her WWE name and is now Renee Paquette on social media once again, which is her real name and the one it seems she'll be using from now on. If fans search for Renee Young on Twitter, then it looks like her account is gone, but it's in fact been changed to Renee Paquette, and that's the same for all of her social media accounts. It's interesting that the Canadian broadcaster isn't going by Renee Good, as she's married to Jonathan Good, aka Jon Moxley, though it makes sense that she'd use the name she used professionally before WWE. One person who will miss Renee is Kayla Braxton, who posted the Renee Paquette name with a selfie from Renee's final WWE day, and we at Slatrock want to wish Renee all the best in whatever she does next. One thing Renee Paquette won't be doing is competing against WWE in AEW, at least not for a while. During Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer noted that it's believed Renee was granted her release, but with a non-compete clause attached. And though he didn't say how long the clause is for, he said it'll be for a while. He also noted that the non-compete clause is only for her working with another wrestling company, and not to stop her outside of the industry, meaning she could get a hosting gig with the NHL, for example. Typically, WWE non-compete clauses for superstars is 90 days, though it's unclear if this is the same with Renee, and hopefully we'll have some answers if she appears on Dynamite in 3 months' time. It may be some time before Renee Paquette is in AEW, but one person who may be there soon is Shaquille O'Neal after signing an extension on his Warner Media contract. In the middle of Warner Media's announcement, they teased Shaq in AEW, as well as other programs that TNT and TBS have. Though this tease was just that, a tease, Shaq added fuel to the fire when he was asked by Variety about possibly coming to AEW, saying, "I'd love to fight Cody. Write it, print it, text it to him, call AEW up and tell them." Given that AEW has brought in stars from Mike Tyson to Jay and Silent Bob, it's possible that Shaq could appear. And if he does, expect the ratings to spike for his appearances in a big way. Back to WWE now, and plenty of people saw Roman Reigns return last Sunday, including Randy Orton. On Instagram, the Viper poked fun at Roman's return, saying it was nice to see the big dog back, but with a picture of Family Guy dog Brian Griffin with huge fake teeth. Mocking Roman's new pearly whites, the former Universal Champion fired back, saying if he was the Viper, he'd be talking about Reigns as well, as nobody's talking about Orton, who lost his SummerSlam WWE title match. Orton wasn't done, as he told fans they'd heard the truth straight from the horse's mouth, complete with a photo comparing Reigns to a horse in what has been one of WWE's most unique social media feuds over teeth. Whilst Orton didn't win at SummerSlam, he already has a big match for Payback, as does Reigns, and with big plans reported for the big dog, we doubt Roman will lose too much sleep over Orton's comments. Though both Reigns and Orton appeared at SummerSlam, one person who didn't is Alexa Bliss, and she's not happy about it. On Monday, the goddess posted a tweet that many are speculating is in response to being left off SummerSlam, as she said, "Sit, think, breathe, know your worth." It wasn't too long ago that Bliss and Nikki Cross were women's tag team champions, but now it seems that the duo aren't going to be challenging for the gold anytime soon. And it's also being reported that Vince McMahon pulled Bliss entirely from the Wyatt-Strowman feud. When one fan tweeted asking Bliss where she was during SummerSlam, she responded with, "Good question." And given that she received an "Amen, sister" from Renee Paquette, who'd just left, we'll have to see where Bliss's character and career goes from here. Now, we previously covered WWE transferring copyright ownership of Chris Jericho trademarks to Jericho himself, and now more former superstars are benefiting. According to Heel by Nature, Leo Rush and WWE reached an agreement on July 22nd to transfer his name back to him, which was finalized on August 2nd, whilst a deal was agreed with Carl Anderson on May 27th and finalized on June 24th. Since then, Anderson, alongside Luke Gallows, have signed with Impact, and this should clear up any confusion, with Anderson and Rush being able to use their names without any problems. It probably helps them that these are names that they were using before WWE, and we'll have to see who else gets given the copyrights to their own names by WWE. Over to Talking Smack, and after Xavier Woods missed his debut episode due to not being told about the show, The Miz filled in and had something very interesting to say. When Big E spoke about Kofi Kingston's return to the mid-card post-WWE Championship, Miz said that this happened to him too, and that Kofi could have fought that slide back down. Whilst Miz was seemingly defending WWE, Big E was trying to make a point of social commentary, and he asked Miz if it took him 11 years to get a title opportunity, which Kofi had to go through. Things got tense from here, as it appears Miz's comments struck Big E on a personal level, and on social media, many people called out Miz for what appeared to be white privilege. It's no secret that Miz's road to the WWE title was both quicker and easier than Kofi's, who many consider to be the first African-American WWE champion, and fans didn't appreciate Miz's tone-deaf, just work harder argument. While Miz was worked like he was in a promo, Big E kept a level head, and though Kayla Braxton was eventually able to keep Talking Smack rolling, it was certainly quite a way to start the return of Talking Smack. Over to Raw, as Keith Lee debuted this week with a lot of new changes that fans didn't appreciate. Online, fans blasted the generic new theme Lee used, as well as his new attire, and didn't like how his debut match ended with a DQ finish, as this clearly isn't a great impression to make on Lee's first night on Raw. And finally today we're ending with SummerSlam news, as Sonya Deville left WWE but kept a full head of hair. This is notable as her match with Mandy Rose was initially hair versus hair, and fans may still see that match after all. Whilst Deville was ousted from the company, odds are that she will be back, and fans could still see either her or the Golden Goddess lose their locks, as Brian Alvarez reported. Apparently Vince still wants to do a hair match, so if you see them shoot angles that look like they're leading towards a hair match, well, there you go. Hopefully the talented Deville will be back soon, and we could see a brand new look when she eventually returns.